Hello, this is Zand101 and Pasperou. We're two new commentators from Australia. We're going to be commentating a game between Cal and JangBi in the semi-finals of the Clubday MSL. Before the game starts, I figured we'd just tell you a bit about ourselves. I'm 17, a student. Uh, been interested in StarCraft in the last year, but only in the last 6 months or so have I started watching pro games, watching commentaries by casters like Diggity, Klazart, Kolar, and a few others. Bit of a shout out to them. Pretty inspirational, I suppose. I'll pass you on to Pasperou.
Yeah, g'day. Sorry about that. I've got tea in my throat. Yeah, I'm Zan's older brother. I'm 21. I'm a full-time uni student. Likewise, been into StarCraft for the last couple of years. Really got me into strategy games, I guess. So, it's like chess 3D. I love it. Some pertinent stats coming up at the moment. As you'll see, JangBi is probably favoured to win this game because his PvP stats are a little bit higher than Gojilla's or Cal by about 10%, more like 6% rather, so 51% to 45. Apart from that, they're rather even. Both situated in the top 10 at Casper. Cal's 9th and JangBi's 8th. This should be a pretty tight game, though I'd say most people would expect that JangBi would be moving through this successfully. So PvP. I'm not much of a PvP man myself. I tend to enjoy mixed racial games more. But here's Zan. He knows a little bit more about PvP than me.
Here we are, the game's just starting now. It's on the map Medusa, which is a bit of an interesting map. Bit of a spoiler here. So don't listen if you haven't seen the round of 8 games yet. It's a map in which Bisu trounced, and I mean absolutely smashed Firebat Hero. Just showed him who was boss. I mean there was no real competition there, and it's a bit of an interesting map. Starting positions we have Cal, who is yellow in the 10 or 11 p.m. position, and we have JangBi in red at around the 3 p.m. position. I'm not sure if they're cross positions, but I'm not sure if it's going to come too much into the game. I don't expect them. Actually, I don't think it's possible for them to really cheese each other, building gateways in the middle. I think part of the map is that there's very little building space out in the middle of the map. I'm not I expect this game to be rather interesting. They have kind of conflicting playstyles. Cal tends to be a little more creative, going for kind of quirky builds, whereas JangBi tends to be a bit more macro-oriented, likes big battles, I think. JangBi is actually fairly well noted for his storms by a few people. I'll pass it back to Pasperou.
So this is best of 5 sets, I should say. The winner of this will go on to play the winner of is it Bisu and Free?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be pretty interesting. I hope I didn't spoil anything for anybody there. I thought when watching the Bisu Fireback games, it's just really good scout going out now for JangBi. It was just good to see that new strategy of Firebats, that supposed new all-improved Protoss strategy, go down Burning Flames. Bit of a saviour fan here, so it was nice to see him put in his players. It seems to be a bit of a cult now of kicking Firebat's ass and giving him massive shit at the end of it. Oh, excuse my French. So just scouting out at the moment. Nothing unusual going on. Everybody's just doing the typical PvP guild. Yep, cybernetics cores are going down now, so that's pretty normal. Zand?
Just need to mention one of them zealoted out for Cal, I believe. one of the main parts of this map is that there behind each base there is a neutral temple that you can trick your probes through to get a scout in to the base of your enemy later on during the game. So what generally tends to happen now is that most gamers will mine out the minerals behind the or mine out the minerals so you can't trick the probe through it, and often build like a supply depot or a pylon there to make sure the enemies can't push through these neutral buildings and go into the enemy's base. Build's pretty much identical so far, both got a zealot out. JangBi upgrading range. Can't see what Cal's doing. I don't imagine they'll diverge too much from each other. A bit of Dragoon on Dragoon action here.
Oh, you make it sound so dirty.
And that zealot's going to chase it away. Yeah, see, look, the probes are mining out the minerals.
So yeah, I'm not sure if I actually like those sort of in-game glitches that they sort of make use of in the programs. It's the kind of thing that if it came up, house rules in my place, then I'd probably suggest that you don't do it. I mean, I'm sure it adds a nice element to things, but, abusing the programming, I'm not so sure if that's a good thing.
I think one of the main parts that's kept StarCraft interesting throughout, all this time is the fact that the maps are always interesting, and they always do things like that. Another gateway going down for JangBi, but both having their robo out. I'm not sure if Cal has his second game. Oh, there he is going up now. So a bit of a divergence there, but nothing too serious. Oh no, yeah. Observatory going down for JangBi, so that's pretty standard stuff there, just stopping the DTs. We'll see if Cal decides to go DTs or anything interesting like that, but I can't see him doing that at this stage.
Yeah, I think they've just made use of that neutral building. They've pushed into that that area at the top, but it's being countered by the Dragoon, so there's not going to be much scattered out there. Bit of a waste. But yeah, the robo facilities are done now, so should be seeing some Reavers or possibly some drops. More likely to see that from Cal than JangBi, but otherwise you're probably just going to see some pretty typical Reaver, Dragoon, Zealot large battles here.
I think robo facility going out a bit later for Cal than JangBi. I think that might play into this. Shuttle out for Cal, but it's not really going to matter without that Reaver in it. One of the major parts of PvP is getting that Dragoon and Reaver micro down. I think hallmarks of a really good PvP player is, excellent sort of Reaver control. It really just does make all the difference. Not really willing to push in here. Neither player really. They're just sort of content to macro up, get their tech, and then go on. Cal choosing not to expand. Reaver out for JangBi. So this is interesting here. I think Cal might be pushing in here, but I don't think it's going to be terribly successful now that JangBi has that Reaver out.
Yeah, and if Cal's likely to drop, then it could be pretty bad for JangBi, because he doesn't seem to have much defense in his base, and he's no shuttle either. So he's gone for more of a